Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? Back with the third top 8 match. We got Edward versus Jimmy. Um, um, Psychic Malamar versus ZoroPod. Now this matchup is generally favored for ZoroPod, I think. Um, the way this one goes generally is, I mean, it's just kind of hard. So Edward needs a lot to actually KO a Zoroark ever, or even a Golisopod. As you see Edward going first. So the way this one goes a lot of the time is it just he has to invest way too much all the time. We already see like a pretty poor start from him. Discarding double Malamar. The Dawn Wings is fine. Double Psychic is pretty good too, but the double Malamar is not great. Definitely not what he wants to discard here. Treasure, get rid of Ultra Ball. I didn't see the rest of his hand. Probably gonna get a Necrozma EX here. I don't think there's a reason not to grab a Necrozma EX. Yep, there's a Necrozma. And then we have Max Elixir. All right, there we go with a hit. Yeah, so there's a couple way Edward can play it. Depending on how Jimmy sets up, he can go for the Black Ray play. If not, he's the kind of play for one shots. I don't like this Float Stone attachment. Because now if Jimmy has a Field Blower, he could potential that this Rangaroo gets stuck active for a turn. You don't really need this one of card that much. You have a Lele in hand. It's not that serious that you get that. We'll see what Jimmy has on his turn. I see a float. I see an Ultra Ball. So yep. Oh no. Yeah. So we see the Ultra Ball. Gonna get Lele for Bridget. Getting rid of Enhanced Hammer. I don't like getting rid of Float Zone ever with this deck, but I would want to see what Jimmy's other options were. Might just going for the Quad Zorua. I wonder if he'll actually send a Zorua up actually this turn. It wouldn't be terrible to send a Zorua up. And actually, I think Edward probably should have Lele'd last turn for a supporter. Oh no, he has Field Blower in hand. He'll be good. I was gonna say if he gets Parallel City, but I think he has a Field Blower in hand anyways. I don't think he discarded it or anything. Oh, see, here's what I was talking about. Jimmy does have the Field Blower. I didn't think he had it actually. When I saw his hand, I didn't think I saw the Field Blower in there. Nobody has the Field Blower. Gets rid of the float. And he's the Parallel City. And so this means that now he just needs another float. And when you have the float already, there's the Stretcher's actually pretty nice here. Stretcher probably for 3. Yeah, unfortunately, he has to get the Dawn Wings back, but I want the double Malamars back for sure. So yeah, that's what I was talking about. If you put the Float Stone down now, if Jimmy has a Field Blower, you get punished, and now you have to find another Float Stone. It's not ridiculous for him to find another Float Stone this turn, but like there's no reason to do that when you have the Lele. Lele plus Field Blower, that means you're always going to be able to play a supporter next turn. You're going to be able to draw cards, so you don't really need to worry too much about... looks like the Malamars and Dawn Wings got flipped. You don't need to worry too much about drawing cards. You're not like... If Rangaroo was your only way to draw into cards for the end of that turn plus this turn, then you'd attach the float and you draw the extra card because that's your only way to hopefully find another draw supporter and then continue the progress of setting up your board. But it wasn't. He had the Lele, he had the Field Blower. So he's going to Lele the next turn for sure, or Jimmy would play an end and then he would see new cards anyways. Now it's very possible he gets punished for playing down that Float Stone and getting trapped active. It doesn't look like it is. And he also might not even go for the knockout here. Actually, we should see a Lele here. A Lele knockout on the Zorua here. He has everything he needs for it. Yeah, as the energy goes to the Lele. So probably attached to Necrozma EX double Psychic Recharge to Lele. Actually, you don't really want to put the second energy. Well, I don't know. Jimmy would need a lot to KO the Necrozma. I like to see the attachment here. Yeah, Jimmy could potentially actually KO this. He could get Counter Catcher Mewtwo DC Choice Band, right? 60, 80, 90, yeah. And knock it out. So that would be scary. I don't know how much I like benching the NK. I couldn't see Edward's hand if I thought he should maybe leave the bench space open. I couldn't really tell. So Jimmy's response is just going to push a Lele here into Edward's Lele. He doesn't want to lose a Zoroark to the Necrozma. Checking his trade options, I'm sure. Trade Wimp. Once again, I mentioned before, like, it's hard for me to comment too much on everything. Oh my gosh, the triple Zoroark. Because I can't see the player's hands fully all the time, so it's hard for me to sometimes see or know if they're making what I would consider the correct trade. You know, something like benching the NK, I'm not sure about. I couldn't see Edward's hand. Jimmy checking discard, I'm sure, to decide trades again. Gets rid of a Guzma. I mean, I don't like that, but once again, I can't see the rest of his hand. And Delinquent. I don't like getting rid of Delinquent either, but once again, I can't see the rest of his hand, so I don't know how much I like those plays. At the very least, he wants to see a grass energy here. He's gonna go double puzzle, I'm sure, for Parallel City here. Yeah, just you put him back under parallel and the float. So he maybe is attacking with Glissapod here. Oranguru and Inkay. You don't really have an option on as Edward. Yeah, you have to go Oranguru Inkay there. It's just not good. Glissapod maybe? Anything maybe? Counter catcher? Attack with Zoroark? I'm gonna think about this one for a second. Over just hitting the Lele. The real threat here is this, and he could have KO'd this with the Mew, but then one energy here KOs. Yeah, I guess I like KOing the Malamar here. You eventually could just run him out of energy, right? Because like so he had the Mewtwo, he didn't have the Choice Band. I assume if he had the Choice Band, he would definitely take this out. I think hitting to the Lele really doesn't do anything. The Lele can never keep up with the Zoroarks and Glissopods. If you go after this and KO this with a Mew, I thought I saw Mew in his hand. That would have been okay. And if he gets another one, just double recharges to it, attach, and KO the Mew with the Lele, that's not very great. Not sure what he's going for here. He mentioned Inkay immediately. Let's see. So he doesn't have a second Lele in deck. Half his cards are upside down. He doesn't have another Lele in deck. Okay. Just gets a Malamar. I don't know why. I guess it's fine to take it out now. Sorry, recharge there. Does he have Guzma? Yeah. So he's going to Guzma up the Lele and take that out. Does he really have a choice? Does he have anything else better to do? It's like recharge it, then just punch this for 100. He wants to draw cards though. I don't know. This doesn't feel great though. Now if Jimmy takes out this Malamar, that's why I really didn't like him getting rid of the Guzma when he did, because like ideally you just want to go KO this Malamar now. Maybe you can counter catcher again. If he has a counter catcher end, that'd be very nice from Jimmy. Wouldn't be ridiculous for him to have with all these trades. Start with some trading. Yeah, counter catcher end would be pretty nice here from Jimmy. He looks like he has quite a few options. He's traded twice and now he's Ultra Balling, so that makes me think he's going for an N. Reconsidering what he was gonna get. So ends up with he ends up with Glissapod. Yeah, I don't know. He's only traded twice, I'm pretty sure. So I would like to see him trade 3 times, unless he's gonna commit to an end play here. We'll see. Nope, there's a third trade. Maybe he needed. No, I still like to have seen him trade first. That was weird. I think what he was looking for was actually prized. I think he was looking for something else off the Ultra Ball and then ended up being prized. Second Lele or something. So he's going for the knockout here, it looks like. Cynthia. Yeah. I guess this kind of just has to be fine. But you'd rather have first impression with Glissapod plus Rainbow on this and save the DCE, I think. So I think he should have traded first, and that might have opened up more options to the point where he could have just first impression with the Mew EX, which is better. It's also one less energy on it, so if Edward has like Float Stone, double energy there, he has to commit another energy to the Lele for the Lele to KO the Mew, which you're fine with. I mean, if he committed 3 energy, you could KO with Lele DC Choice Band on your turn even. So yeah, he definitely should have looked for the Glissapod first impression with the Mew. I'm not sure why he's playing it out like this. So 3 prizes left for each player. Edward here can KO this with anything. I almost would have liked. Does he want to go after it with Lele? I almost would have liked to have seen him leave Lele on the bench, actually. I don't know. What is his hand? He's reading Mimikyu. So he just used Ride as Beating. So Mimikyu can use Ride as Beating, actually. So he's going to use Mimikyu here, I'm sure, to take a knockout. He's going to Ultra Ball for a card to get rid of off the Sycamore, I'm sure. Yeah, get the Tina promo out of the deck. Sycamore that away. Ultra Ball for it, Sycamore it away. And then he can use Mimikyu, because this thing... he just used Ride as Beating. So yeah, you can copy. Yeah, you can copy Ride as Beating. So that's actually getting awkward for Jimmy now. Edward's going to go down to 1 prize. I mean, it'll be good to set up an N here. I don't know about using the Max Elixir here. I think you still want like the potential of a bigger Necrozma EX later. I don't like that at all. Let's see what his hand is. Maybe it's something else. No, I don't like the Max Elixir there. So he's going to have an extra energy on Lele, but you're never going to set up the Lele to like one-shot anything, I feel like. Maybe the Wimpod, you can get it in range of KO in the Wimpod, actually. It's another reason Jimmy should have probably evolved that. Gonna commit it there. Oh, is he actually going to attack with the Malamar? No. He said he had Malamar. What is Malamar ever going to hit into? Just put an extra couple energies on the Lele, right? You're never having Lele in threat of getting one shot. Yeah, I don't like this play. What is he doing here? You should put like commit another energy to Lele. Should also put the float zone in play. He has float zone in hand. I guess these are both ready to retreat, but why don't you just make the Lele ready to retreat? Put the float zone on the naked Malamar. 2 energy here. Don't play the Max Elixir so you have like if you draw Sycamore or Cynthia, you can get like Necrozma EX Max Elixir to it, get that extra energy dig. So I don't like the Max Elixir play because you could have just gone double recharge here, retreat, float zone here because he gets the float zone down. I was speaking a little too soon there. Yeah, I don't like this play from Edward. I think it's unnecessary. See what Jimmy has as a response. Ultra Balls has to get Glisopod here to protect it. He also could have set it up. Now if he gets End and only draws Guzma, he doesn't have 2 energy on his Lele, which he could have done actually. So what was his options for energy? He had energy attachment plus double recharge. So this could have 3. No, this could have 2. But he could not play the Max Elixir. This could have 2 energy. This could have none. This could have 2. Keep the Max Elixir for later. I feel like he definitely should have kept the Max Elixir. I know he could draw like lone Max Elixir, but having it as a potential draw to like one shot a Zoroark 2 off a Cynthia or a Sycamore is huge, or a Glisopod. So he should have 2 energy here, 2 energy here, no energy here. And then if this doesn't happen, then he has double recharge into Guzma. You should leave that open as an option. See Jimmy's playing around, not benching Wimpod now. I don't know what Jimmy's plan is here. He's done all these trades before ending, and I think he definitely wants to end this turn. So I don't know when he's gonna if he's gonna get access to N. If he had access to N before, he's gonna get rid of the Parallel City as well. I guess he is taking a knockout in the N. Maybe if he just drew the N off the last trade, that's fine. Ideally, would have liked to have seen him N. Well, if his hand is big enough, then you want to do the trades before the N if you're digging for something. But potentially, he was digging for float. I saw the grass in his hand, and he had 2 of them. I don't think he drew both. I don't think he drew both in one trade. So he's definitely going to be looking for the first impression here into the GX on the Lele. I think that's what we're going to try and see from here from Jimmy. He should have all the resources to do it. Oh, he had 1 trade left. Okay. Wait, did he have 1 trade left? Man, I have to dig so far back. I thought he used all 3 trades. Let me see. Man, I can't tell anymore. I'll just go up to the first impression. So your first impression's Mimikyu. First impression knockout. He's gonna be looking for the K on the Lele. He maybe didn't. I think no. I think he traded twice and then end traded. Okay. The ideal. Out. He has Guzma DCE, so all he needs is the choice band. We see the Lily Rip from Edward. And once again, this is where I was talking about the Max Elixir. Now that he has 1 less Max Elixir, that might have been his last Max Elixir, I'm actually not sure. But now he has at least 1 less Max Elixir. He just can't actually get this one shot. Because he has double recharge plus attach. No Max Elixir now. Trying to come up with a game plan to play around what Jimmy has left. So there's the Mewtwo. That's not going to be enough. Charge once. Twice. I mean, there's the Mewtwo on the bench. You have to do twice if you want to do any relevant damage. I don't know why Jimmy didn't keep the parallel. Oh, he got rid of the parallel so he could actually no. It makes sense because he wants a GX. Checking Mewtwo. There's a double puzzle. That should be Mew DCE or Mew Guzma. There's a Mew Guzma. He probably has Grass or DC in hand, and then he'll clean up the Mewtwo for the game. Yeah, pretty. I don't think there's anything off there. I mean, there's a couple things I didn't like from Edward. The Flowstone attachment early on. The Max Elixir attachment there at the end. I really did not like the Max Elixir play there at the end. It was unnecessary to like set up your board to like be able to deal with stuff on Jimmy's side. And it like takes away the potential of getting the big attacks off. Getting a big attack off just kind of close out the game on the next turn. It just reduces the potential for it to happen. So not a huge fan of that. Those 2 plays. I think everything went pretty smoothly from Jimmy. I didn't like some of the discards I saw off the trades, but I also just can't see his hand, so I don't know if I would have liked anything any better. Yeah, so it's just hard to tell. Edward going first again. Benches Dawn Wings. I don't like. But he doesn't have a choice. He's trying to draw for Rangaroo. I mean, I really don't like it. I'd have to see. I have to fully see his hand though, to be able to tell how much I don't like it, because I really don't like that. Malamar Psychic. So you want to get 2 psychics down. You could attach active. No, you don't want to attach active. You could attach to a Rangaroo twice. You could attach to bench Inkay. Then you don't bench him. I don't like attaching to him though. I feel like I don't like that the most. I still feel like maybe attaching. No, because then you can get you can use it as a free retreater. I guess you kind of have to. I think Edward's actually forced into this play. I'm trying to think of something better, but I don't think there actually is. We see the Bridget from Jimmy. He top decks. Oh, another bad top deck. His bench is just so clogged now. Maybe we can see at least get a hit off. No. And it looks like the rest of his hand is dead. If he at least got this hit off, that would be nice. He could set it up to clean up with Black Ray later. Maybe Jimmy doesn't get the retreat knockout on it on the next turn. Oh, no, he doesn't have the 3rd energy. He's bringing it in. Oh, yikes. The retreat? I don't know about that. Would I have left it the active there? For a turn? No, because that potentially gets knocked. I don't even know what I'm thinking. It's like he's in such a shitty spot. Yeah, I guess this is the best way to do it. You protect the Inkay, protect the Malamar. You need the Rangaroo for the draw. Yeah, Psychic Recharge here. Yeah. No, actually, I don't like the Secret Recharge. You have this active. You're hoping this doesn't get knocked out. Access to another Psychic Recharge. I would leave that Psychic in the discard pile, because like if you top deck Cynthia or N, or Jimmy ends you, which you probably won't, then you leave these in the discard pile to be able to put on a Necrozma EX, instead of that one's just kind of stuck on the Dawn Wings. Yeah, so I don't like the Psychic Recharge. I would have just left that in the discard pile, or you get to use it with this next turn anyways. I think Jimmy ideally Guzma's a Rangaroo here. There's no reason not to Guzma a Rangaroo. Whoa, I think he had a Guzma in hand. Like, you know that's his only draw power right now. I can't tell though. Yeah, is that Goose? That looks like Goose. I don't know why he's not gonna just Guzma a Rangaroo here. He has a Cynthia for the follow-up on next turn. Maybe he really wants to KO this, but doesn't really do anything. If you Guzma knock out a Rangaroo, you get GX by this. I mean, GX by this is pretty annoying actually. Oh, but you take away all of his draw power. Like, you Guzma this a Rangaroo. He goes, what? Attach this, GX. You could, like, retreat to Lele for your turn. You have so many things you could do. I don't like the Choice Band attachment either. Just save that for later. Give yourself some mobility on the Glisopod. I'm pretty sure I like the Guzma Rangaroo. You know that's his only draw power. Just take it out. Even if he does get to a GX with this, that means you don't have to be afraid of any other GXs for the rest of the game. And then you can just kind of, like, retreat the Glisopod and chill for a turn. I think I like Guzma the Rangaroo. For sure. Yeah, you know that's what Edward's living off of right now. He doesn't have a ton of top decks, though. I don't know. It's close. Maybe it's not as close as I think, though. Maybe just killing the Rangaroo is best. Float here would be sick and take this knockout, I think. Maybe it's not even necessary. Maybe you just wait to KO this. Yeah, you definitely attach there. Draw for 1. This is what I mean. Like, if you just take us the Rangaroo. Now he's another card deeper because of a Rangaroo, but it turns out the card is also just bad. Whoa, why would he put the energy there? I'd put that on the Inkay, I think. Get the Inkay for your tree, because it's very possible Jimmy goes after this turn. The card's actually pretty... this attack is actually pretty good, though. But you're fine if he invested a bunch of energy into this. So I think we're going to see Guzma, Lele Guzma, maybe knock out the Dawn Wings now. Yeah, so we should see knock out Dawn Wings now. Maybe, so he was maybe playing on the GX attack, but I would just take out the Rangaroo. You know what this again is? You know it's his only draw power. And we saw right there would have delayed him by another turn. I think you do this now because you play around like all the threat on Edward's board. You could have gone after a Rangaroo again, but this is better if you can get this KO, because now there's no threat on Edward's board. Edward like has to deal with it. So he has a Guzma, I think. It looks like a Lily too, actually. I'm not sure if that's actually a Lily. And this is why I would have liked the energy here to give this thing free retreat, so you have options on the turn. Like instead he pushed the energy here. And you could attack with this, but it's kind of terrible to attack with. So I would like him to see the energy here on the Inkay to give him the free retreat in case he does top deck, because he's not going to win off this. He needs to top deck eventually. He did finally draw the Lily. Now his hand's kind of stuck again. He's already committed to Psychic Recharge, which means he's going to attach. And then he's going to Guzma knock out his Zorua, which I don't think is right here at all. You should definitely Lily. If this energy was here, it would make this way easier for him to decide, I think. And then you just go Lily for 3, hopefully draw something relevant to attack with. You could get off the GX attack with Marshadow here, I think. If he plays Marshadow, I don't know if he plays Marshadow. Instead, he's going to do this punch on Glisopod. And this is why I don't like the Choice Band here. The Glisopod getting trapped is like can happen so often. Like, that's why I don't like the Choice Band here. Now he's just trapped with the Glisopod. He could GX, but it doesn't even KO the Lunala. He can Armor Press, doesn't do anything. There's the Blower. Maybe he immediately has Float. Nope, he's got the Sycamore though. So the chance of him finding Float here is pretty high. He's at least one trade. Should see at least one more trade off of this. Yeah, definitely poor draws from Edward, but I really do not like this play. Setting this up to attack over just like getting Inkay ready to prepare for a top deck, because you don't win through this, but you have the potential to win if you top deck. So I would like to see the Lily last turn as well. Like I would have liked to have seen that energy be on the Inkay to enable yourself a free retreater, and then from there draw to potentially top deck. He did get the Lily there, so Jimmy looking for a float still. Maybe already has it and he's just going through his trades. See. So he's gonna GX, I guess, then, which is fine. You GX to a... Oh, he's gonna go... No, he can go with the retreat. He doesn't need a GX. That's right. He has 3 retreat costs. He just retreat it. No way you ever leave this thing active. You always want to take this knockout. All right. Rangaroo comes up. Finally, it looks like he's gonna play the Lily. Top deck's another energy. That's so unfortunate for Edward here. He's literally seen like over half his energy. Lily for 4. Oh my gosh, 2 more energy. That's ridiculous. So I think we have to see the GX play here from Edward. He has the stretcher, so he can do it. It's not good. It's actually pretty terrible. But I don't know. He can't just sit here and give up another prize, I don't think. Oh, he's going to go with the bench. Attach. Recharge. And it's looking pretty poorly once again for Edward. Jimmy having triple trade out. He's going to pretty much set up to be able to draw his last 3 prizes. No matter what Edward does. Should just knock out the active. You know his hand will follow up wasn't that great. Knocking out... I don't know, just knock out the active. I don't know why he's so concerned with taking out this Malamar. I would just knock out the active there. You know his hand couldn't have been that great of a draw. So, like, knock out his draw. His potential draw. I mean, it doesn't... And you also... Actually, no. I definitely like knocking out the active there. Because you can set up to just win with Guzma to win close out the game. So you like KO the active, and then you go Guzma, and then you find another Guzma. And you kind of ignore whatever Edward would want to do with attackers anyways. It doesn't look like it's going to matter. But I think just you knock out a Rangaroo there, and then you save Guzma to close out the game. Just make it easier for yourself to close out the game. It doesn't really matter what Edward does from this point on. As long as you have 2 Guzmas, right? So I would just, as Jimmy, I would have just like gotten 2 Guzmas. Or kept the Guzma, so I could just go knock out active and then follow up with Guzma. Looks like we're going to go with the setup on the Rangaroo here. Bang, bang. Attach. Guzma. You see Instruct for 1. Has the Field Blower, but there's no way you play it yet. Also, you KO his only attacker in play. Oh no, I guess the Malamar could have KO'd the thing as well. I would have kept the Ultra Ball there, Jimmy, if I could, to try and thin out my deck more. Like triple trade into Ultra Ball away to useless cards. Yeah, just bench Mew here. Another DC to Zoroark. Once again, like even if that's why keeping the Guzman in the deck is really nice. Like even if Edward drew, he top decks an N here, or that's an Ultra Ball, so he has a way to get an N, and then he can get into Marshadow, and then Marshadow GX this. You still have an extra Guzma in deck, and then you can go Guzma KO Malamar off the bench. So that's why I don't like I like keeping the Guzma there as Jimmy. Edward's desperately looking for some kind of out though. I think he's counting Guzmas now. Just seeing if no, he does get the Marshadow plus GX. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's what he has to go for. I don't think he really has to play, especially like the Mew's already in play. Like he's going for a Sycamore. Okay. I think he has to go for N here and hope he... I don't even know if I saw the Marshadow. I don't even know if he plays Marshadow. I'm just assuming he does. I actually could check his list right now. I'm going to go ahead and check his list. While he's playing on his last turn. So we'll see if all this talk I've been saying is just wrong. It's very possible he doesn't play Marshadow. Yeah, in that case, I've been just... let's see. Edward's list. Take a look. No, he plays the Marshadow. Wow, he's got a very weird list, actually. Hold on, I'm going to take a look at his list for a second. Only 1 Necrozma GX. Oh, it is a GX. I don't know why I thought Necrozma was an EX. It is a Necrozma GX. Only 1 Necrozma GX, but 2 Dawnwings. 1 Mewtwo GX, the 1 Marshadow, 1 Mimikyu. So he was like really teched out to beat... he was just kind of... His deck looks like it's just built to deal with Garbodor, and then beat... Only 2 field blower though, but he has the Lunala. Lunala's very nice for float one stretcher. It's a pretty straightforward, consistent list. Oh, does he not even play N? Oh, he doesn't even play N. All right, I should definitely be taking a look at these lists before I. He actually just doesn't play N. It's 4 Guzma, 4 Cynthia, 4 Sycamore, 1 Lily, 4 Treasure, 4 Ultra Ball, 3 Max Elixir. If your deck is built that aggressive, though, why don't you put a 4th Max Elixir in? I don't like that. Like, if your deck is built this aggressively, play 4 Max Elixir. Wow, interesting. Okay, he doesn't play N. It's very interesting, actually. I don't hate it. Actually, I kind of like it. But, definitely going to cost him here, and N would have been his out here. Not even 1 N. Interesting. All right, just super aggressive. And then we should see Russian, treat to Lele. He doesn't even get the full attack off. Then Jimmy double puzzle, and Guzma knockout. All right, so Jimmy takes that 2-0. I'm not super surprised just based on the matchup. Of course, Edward drew okay game 1, but very poorly game 2. Overall, he didn't draw he didn't have really either of the games were like. Obviously, game 2 wasn't great. Game 2 was a very poor draw. I think I didn't like some of the plays Jimmy made. Just like not carrying I feel like carrying the Wrangler with ZoroPod is still just the way to go. You completely limit Edward's draw when you know he's drawing when you know he has nothing. You completely limit his draw. I think that would have been the way to go. Sure, he could have the Dawn Wings responsive with the GX attack, but then he doesn't have that for Mars Shadow later, so that's like a win as well. You're just like, okay, now you can't Mars Shadow knockout. Also, when he didn't KO the Oranguru, maybe he knew Edward didn't play N though, so he's like, okay, my hand's this big, I have the double puzzle, so I can go ahead and play this Guzma here to KO a Malamar instead of KOing the Oranguru in the active and saving the Guzma for later, because maybe he knew Edward didn't play N. I'm actually not sure if he knew Edward didn't play N. But yeah, Edward didn't play N. I'll check the list for the next top 8 match for sure before I start. I checked it for the first 2, and then I didn't check it for this one, and there was a lot of surprises in Edward's list that I did not know about. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Top 8 AB. What are we on? C? Top 8 C. Jimmy Pendarvis versus Edward. Jimmy takes this 1-2-0. There was still a couple plays I didn't like from Edward. I think there was more plays I didn't like from Jimmy, but Jimmy played a lot more of the game than Edward did. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll be back with top 8 D, the last top 8 match, soon. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you enjoy the content, subscribe. Links for all my stuff, my Twitter, my Twitch, my Facebook, in the down in the description below. Check that out if you want. Have a good day, guys, and peace.